Well, good evening and welcome back to Rainbow Investing, where we examine a spectrum of ideas to improve your long-term wealth. In this video, we are going to review the Stake app. Now, Stake is an app available for iPhone and Android as well as just on your computer, and its basic purpose is to provide a cheaper way for Australians to invest in shares on the US markets. So shares like Apple, Amazon, Alibaba, Facebook, Tesla, and Alphabet or Google. So just before we get going, you may want to consider subscribing. I do videos on personal finance and investing, so if that sounds like it interests you, you might like to check out some of my other videos. Now, this particular review of Stake comes from Dizzy, who requested a review of the Stake platform. So thanks for your request, Dizzy. And if anyone else has any platforms or services you'd like me to review, just make sure you leave them in the comment section and we'll see what we can do. So back to Stake. So all brokering services, especially those like CommSec or NabTrade, that are run by banks, charge brokerage on all international share transactions. As well as this brokerage, which is often, but not in all cases, more expensive than an Australian trade, major brokers also charge a currency conversion fee, or it's sometimes called a spread, which is not insubstantial. It's usually between 0.5% and 0.8% taken off of the exchange rate at the time. So if the Australian dollar US dollar exchange rate is around 68 cents, which is where it's at today, NabTrade and CommSec will charge you roughly 67.5 cents. So all these banks' services will typically charge you twice, once for brokerage and once for currency conversion. You basically get taken to the cleaners when you use NabTrade or CommSec to buy international shares. But Stake works a little differently. According to the company, it's been able to use technology and efficient working arrangements with its partners to drastically lower the cost of international trading for Australian investors. With Stake, you will pay no brokerage on US trades, full stop. The only fee you will pay, and the only way that Stake appears to actually make money, is on a currency fee of 0.7% when you transfer your Australian dollars into US dollars on your Stake account. So once the money is in your account, no more fees or brokerage is paid, and you can buy and sell shares fee-free. Think of it just as like an entry toll going in. So on face value, this appears to be an innovative and welcome app for those who want to own US stocks. The big banks have taken advantage of us for far too long, and I welcome Stake's innovation in this space. As someone who trades US stocks myself, it is very welcome. Getting into some of the nitty-gritty stuff, Stake works with a US broker called DriveWealth, as well as our own Macquarie Bank to deliver its services. DriveWealth is the responsible entity for delivering and holding the shares on your behalf, and Macquarie manages the cash wallets that you will use. Now, the bank brokers like CommSec also use third parties in this same way, so this is not something to be too concerned over in my opinion. It's just due to regulatory issues of owning shares in other countries. Stake has more information on its website on this matter, so if you'd like to dig a little deeper, I suggest you do some more reading on the website. Another reason why people might find Stake appealing is its ability to buy part shares. Some companies like Amazon have share prices that are very, very expensive. An Amazon share is going for roughly $1,700 US at the moment, so many people understandably don't want to or can't put up nearly 3,000 Australian dollars for just one share. But Stake allows you to buy part shares of companies if you so wish. As you can see here, $10 equals about 4% of one Tesla share. So you can go ahead and buy that with just $10. Or you could just buy $500 worth of Amazon stock, for example. Now, this service isn't offered through most brokers, so you might find this very appealing. There are some restrictions in Stake though. Penny stocks and stocks with share prices under $1 are excluded, so you can't buy any US share available on the US markets. But all of the major US companies are available, so again, it's not too much to worry about. As you can see here, there are many, many famous US companies that you can buy, and really, if you're a penny trader in US stocks, you probably won't be watching my video anyway. So, Stake is looking pretty good so far, and I have to say, I find their approach impressive. But let's talk about some reasons why you might not want to use Stake. Firstly is size. Being more of a startup, Stake doesn't have the kind of regulatory or financial firepower that one of our banks does, such as Commonwealth Bank or National Australia Bank, and this might put some people off. If there is a GFC-style recession, Stake is arguably not as safe as one of the big banks from collapse. While I don't personally find this too concerning, I know some people out there might, so it is something to consider. Another thing is that being built on an efficiency and low-cost model, Stake doesn't offer the kind of customer support, range of services like options or short selling, or even brokering advice, newsletters, insights, trading tools, or other educational material that a bigger broker like CommSec does. If you do go to the CommSec website and sign up for trading, you are actually entitled to use CommSec's vast library of resources to help you with your shares and investing. So Stake doesn't offer this kind of experience, so if you're after the royal treatment, Stake might not be for you. Similarly, if you have any kind of trouble, trade executes wrong, you make a mistake, there's a website crash, etc., you're likely to be looked after a bit more with a bank broker than with Stake, just for the sheer size of the service. Still, Stake offers lots of information, like your standard stats, like your PE ratios, dividend yields, earnings per share, 52-week high and low, and even descriptions about what the companies that they offer do. There's Tesla's right there. You can also see share price graphs, including candlestick charts for the US stocks being offered. It's just not as comprehensive as some of the more expensive services. Again, it just comes down to a personal preference about which kind of service you're looking for and how much you want to pay. So, how to use the app. As I said, it's available for Android and iPhone, and you simply download it and sign up. The app will guide you through the process and help you set up your account. It's very slick and easy to use. Again, you can just visit the website for any more information about this that you might need. So in conclusion, I think Stake is a great app and service that could potentially save you a lot of money if you'd like to get started in buying US shares, or indeed if you already have. Just remember to do your own research though. At the end of the day, it's always a personal decision. But I hope this video has given you some insight regardless. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful or useful, make sure to leave a like on it. It really helps my channel out. And make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll be back with some more videos soon, but for now, good night.